have to stand between you and Aditya. There's no choice. Um, Respected Chairman Sir, Mr. Kagliwal, and all the speakers today, Aditya, Nishit Bhai, Vinit, and Hani. Thank you very much for coming here. Guests from industry, education, NGOs, and all the students who are present over here. Last year, our conference was based on the National Education Policy with illustrious members from the drafting committee on our side. The aim was that we all do our bit in enabling the system for education. And NSBT has done its part under MGM University, and so have many other institutes brought things closer to national education policy. But having said that, what I firmly believe in is that irrespective of policy, the most important step is to take steps to weave industry and academia. There has to be a deep interwovenness between industry and academia, and this should reflect in every subject taught, in every period, in every student interaction, and in every student dialogue. This very wanting to weave industry and academia is the genesis of NSBT. That is the vision of our Board of Governors. That is what we have to achieve, is to bring them, not to bridge the gap, but to weave them together. It's a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen, but we are on the road, and we are on the road with full determination. As an example, Samvedi shared with you that 5 of our students were selected yesterday in a cybersecurity symposium in Delhi for impromptu internship with Indian Crime Coordination Center of the central government. And let me also tell you something, that they were up against IIT Kanpur over there. So IIT Kanpur was not chosen, but NSBT students were chosen. So this is just to share that these results are an outcome. We really need to weave industry and academia, and things will happen. Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurship or enterprising people are the finest medium for innovation, excellence, and economic growth. And in particular, social entrepreneurship and enterprises, because they have the potential to create inclusivity in so many different ways. Inclusivity in this case is not limited to the marginalized or the deprived. Inclusivity here indicates beyond that. It indicates inclusive character, inclusive values. It indicates inclusive character, but perhaps inclusive experiences also. It indicates that inclusive education should leave no facet of inclusivity. I think that is the duty of an educational institute. Our speakers have built inclusive enterprises. I look forward, along with you, that our speakers share with us from their enterprising journeys how entrepreneurship and education can come together to create inclusive leaders, inclusive society, further inclusive enterprises, and further inclusive education. Let our inclusivity be our exclusivity. That is what a Viksit Bharat would mean. I think that it's no longer enough to use the curriculum which we have prepared for forward engineering the student. Reverse engineering on which our entrepreneurial ecosystem thrives needs to be done from the industry to the curriculum to make the forward engineering successful. Also, no conversation is complete without talking about AI, about artificial intelligence. AI disruption can be negative, we all know that. But if we weave inclusiveness in the curriculum with the help of industry, AI can be a very positive disruptor for us. And AI here would mean authentic inclusiveness for countering artificial intelligence. In my small stint, sir, with education, I am daring to say that holistic education is not holistic if it is not inclusive. And here it is that educators and industry together have to rise and reimagine their vision. Today, we have some truly exceptional people with us, and not only us, but the whole country is proud of the way they have their approach towards life. Educators have a lot to learn from this. And I think that if we do that, we accelerate our city's growth multifold. You know, this city, and if you have watched Tejas or you will watch Tejas, you will see how the industrial ecosystem of this city is so passionate about the growth and development of the city. And there are numerous examples in the city which stand testimony to their contribution beyond their business. As educators and as educational institutes, we need to reinforce this, and we need to back them up, and we need to back them up with our full determination. As educational institute, we must be solid partners to the industry. Having said that, I set the tone for the conference today, and now please allow me to give you a bit about our speakers today. Let me start with Nishit Bhai Mehta. Nishit Bhai is the owner and the CEO of a company called Microsign from Bhavnagar. From the 1980s, Nishit Bhai employs specially abled people in his company. It's more than 40 years. He doesn't lead by examples. He leads long before the example has been thought about. Out of 100 people which he employs on his shop floor, not in his office, on the shop floor, 60 of them are specially abled people. His work has been covered by leading publications known as the Factory of Fraternity or the Haven for the Handicapped. His products go to top corporate houses, and he too has to comply with stringent norms of safety and quality. But Nishit Bhai says that it's always easier to work with specially abled people because they just don't have the attitude to bypass any system. Specially abled people don't have the attitude to bypass any system. वो कहते हैं जो स्पेशली एबल्ड है उनकी डिसेबिलिटी तो दिखाई देती है, पर जो नॉर्मल लोग हैं, नॉर्मल दिखते हैं, उनकी डिसेबिलिटी दिखाई नहीं देती. तो बोलते हैं आप ही बताइए आसान कहाँ है काम करना. He says that they are the true warriors of Microsign. He shares confidently when he goes into any factory that यहाँ पे विजुअली चैलेंज्ड लोग काम कर सकते हैं, यहाँ पे ऑर्थोपेडिकली हैंडीकैप्ड, यहाँ पे डेफ, यहाँ पे म्यूट. इतना तजुर्बा उनका इसमें हो गया है. बट निशित भाई ऑल्सो हैज वन रिग्रेट. ही सेज industry has never used me as they should have. Today, NSBT would like to extend their cooperation to all the industry in Aurangabad in bringing Nishit Bhai and his services and his thought process and technology to all of you. And I hope that some of you will embrace this. Let me move over to Vinit Farala. Vinit is right here with us. Vinit is 33 years, and Vinit has a condition called, Vinit, with your permission, Vinit has a condition called retinitis pigmentosa. This is a degenerative eye condition in which the eyesight deteriorates with the passage of time. His brother also has the same condition, and this is from the age of 16. Vinit went on to qualify, ladies and gentlemen, from IIM Bangalore. And thereafter, he worked for 6 years in Future Group as the lead for inclusion. His remarkable work on inclusion at Future Group made the industry look up and recognize that this can be done. I must also take a moment to recognize Future Group for placing their trust in Vinit's vision. He is now the founder of a company called Atypical Advantage, where, hold your breath, he is generating 100 opportunities every day for the specially abled people. Once you visit his site, I am sure you will also be a contributor in some way or the other. Vinit has run the 21-kilometer half marathon 7 times. And that includes Ladakh. That includes Ladakh. Vinit says that the opposite of love is also love. and is always counting his extras. And yes, Vinit refuses to accept any awards which come his way. When I look at Vinit, I can say that there can be visual challenges, but there is no challenge of vision. Let me move over to talk about our third guest, Hani Bhagchandani. Hani is 28 years, and Hani brings such simplicity and humility to his work that it makes me look up and wonder, what kind of fabric are such people made of? हमारे यहाँ भी दे दो भाई थोड़ा सा. Vinit was the inventor of the innovation called Sarthi, which has changed the lives of 160,000 visually impaired people. The Sarthi innovation was literally made by Hani in one day with the help of a torch, an ultrasonic sensor, and some knowledge about coding. Sarthi, the innovation, the invention is manufactured and marketed in his company by visually impaired people. So there is a lot of micro-entrepreneurship which his company has created by way of marketing and manufacturing this. His perseverance is undoubtedly at the forefront, but what goes unnoticed is his sacrifice. I think that in today's times, it is rare to find a youth gold medalist who is so nonchalant about his work, service, and contribution. The visually impaired amongst us probably suffer the most in terms of mobility and education. Hani and his team have addressed this mobility issue like none have, and the latest invention is called the Jyoti AI, which is smart eyeglasses for the visually impaired. These glasses are simply revolutionary. Hani is here along with his products to demonstrate for us. So watch out when Hani brings the shine. Welcome, Hani.